So for part 3, we start with step 4, determine the maximum moment. So here, we want now to design the beam at this portion. Okay, the footing will act like a beam. No, so moana ni siya, it will create a curvature. No, I'm just exaggerating, but the footing will create a curvature something like this. And this is the most critical portion at the face of the column. Okay, so the moment in there is just simply the QU, no, resultant of this QU multiplied by the moment arm. So what is the resultant of this QU? No, the resultant is the area, which is 4.3 times 1.9. This one is 4.3. No, just deduct the 4.3 minus divided by 2 minus the uh, C over 2, no, or the column size divided by 2. You deduct this portion so that you can get this. And this is 1.9. So 4.3 times 1.9. So that is the area. And then multiply that one by the QU. So that is your reaction. And then your moment arm. No, how much is the moment arm? Moment arm is simply 4.3 hold on, this is 1.9, no? So 1.9, so 1.9 over 2, because the reaction sits at the center of this load or pressure diagram. Okay, so you will generate the ultimate moment, the volume of the stress block, which is this one. Now let me give it another color for emphasis. The volume of the stress block, or the total reaction, times the moment arm. And the moment arm is this value here, 1.9 over 2. Okay, and hopefully using your calculator, you will generate this answer. Okay, so that is your MU. And because the footing tends to bend upward, then butangan na to siya og rebars, no? So butangan gyud na siya og rebars diha, for the purpose nga dili siya mo crack, no? Kay normally kung asa ang bending, dito man ang crack. So we place rebars to prevent the cracking. Okay, of course, if we load it here, kung loadan na to siya diha, the load will be so big, and then the soil will react, so the footing will bend upward. And then when that happens, it will crack. So before it will crack, butangan nimo siya og ample amount of rebars, no, to prevent the cracking from happening. Okay, so mo na ang atong ultimate goal for this exercise, that is to determine the number of rebars. Okay, so from here on, this is just a somewhat like beam design. No, mura ra siya beam design. So then we calculate the reinforcement. So the width is now 4.3. So let me just draw it here. So this will be your reinforcement. No, kung atong putlon ang column, or no, ang footing, if we cut the footing, we can expose the B and the D and the reinforcement. So ug pila na kabuok, no, the quantity will be based on the beam calculation. So your width is 4,300 mm, your depth is 630, diameter of main bar is 25, beta factor or phi strength reduction factor for beam is 0.9 for tension controlled. Then for beta factor, use this code formula. So using that, it should be not less than 0.65, not more than 0.85. So calculate using this formula and then compare with the minimum and maximum limit. So in this given, ang atong answer is 0.85. Next is the coefficient of resistance. We know that mu equals phi RU BD squared. So the purpose of this formula is to get for RU. So this is our RU. And then we use the formula to generate the computed steel ratio or the required steel ratio. This is the formula that I gave you. So just plug in all the values and whatever is your RU, plug it in this equation or formula. So you get 0.0027. And then after that, compute the Cmax, which is 3A times D. So you get the C maximum. And then you get also the A maximum, which is, if the C is C max, the A will be also A max. Okay? Now, why did we get this? So that we can get the rho maximum. Now, this is just equating C equals T. We're in plugging in the A as a maximum value. So, I don't have to discuss this back again. No? So, use this formula na lang. And then A is your A max, this value. And then compute. So the maximum steel ratio is 1.0137. So it is within the minimum and maximum. Okay, because the minimum is 1.4 over Fy, so 0.0033, and the maximum is 0.0137, and our computed is 0.0027. Okay, so comparing 0.0027 and 0.0137, this is within the maximum. But looking at the minimum, no, ang 0.0027 is less than the minimum. Okay, ang minimum as computed 0.00338. So therefore, use the minimum value. Okay? So the steel ratio now that we are going to use for design is the minimum value. Kay ang computed na to, gamay raman kaayo. So pasabot ani niya, gamay ra di kayo ang moment. No, dili kayo dako ang load. So kung dili kayo dako ang load, dili kayo dako ang moment, and then below siya sa minimum. So it's stated in the code that the minimum should be 1.4 over Fy. So we have to use the minimum for our design. Okay? So with that, we know that rho is equal to AS over BD. So we can solve for AS here. And then use the rho governing, which is the rho minimum. So with that, we can get the steel area. And this is the area for the single rebar. So i-divide na itong duha, no? Divide na siya, 9,000 divided by 490. So we get the number of pieces, which is 19 pieces. Okay? So what we want also is to get the spacing. So the spacing will be width, no, the entire width or the B minus 2 times the covering. Now for footing, ang covering anong footing is larger or bigger as compared to the ordinary structural element. Nga naman, because footings are submerged in the soil. Nya, of course, ang yuta prone yun na sa groundwater. No, permi na siya exposed to the elements. So therefore, we need to cover it up. So ang yahang covering is 0.075 or 75 mm. Okay? So the width be minus 2 times the covering, 0.075 on the other side also. So divided by n minus 1, no, to get the spacing, wherein n is the number of rebars. Kani siya. So you get 230 mm on centers. So when you look at the top of the footing, you will see 19 pieces of rebars. I don't have to draw all the 19, but just to illustrate to you the layout of the rebars. So let's say that's 19 rebars on one side and also 19 on the other side. And then the spacing should be 230 mm. Okay? So we are almost done. Next is bending design capacity check. So we need to check what we have designed. No, is that the a good ratio of the force versus the capacity. No? So the actual steel ratio now is AS over BD, so 0.0034, and then compare it with the maximum and minimum. So okay siya sa maximum and minimum. Then compute using this. These are just code formulas. No, RU is equal to FC prime times omega times 1 minus 0.59 times omega, wherein your omega is this. So just plug in this value and you get 1.36. And then plugging into the mu equals phi RUBD squared formula, you get 2,101.64 kilonewton meter. And what is the maximum moment? No, the maximum moment is 1658, and the capacity of our section is 2,000. So 1,658 over 2,000, it's just 78%. So meaning you still have an extra strength for your designed footing. Okay? So again, this one is your force or moment due to the applied load, only 1,600, and this is the moment provided by your section. Ing ani kalig-unon ang section, kunya maura ni siya ang force nga ni-apply niya. So dividing that, you will get 78%. So if it's more than 100%, meaning mas dako pa ang imuhang force compared to the capacity, so failure na siya. So kani adequate ang imuhang design. Next is to check the development length. So these are all just code formulas, no? What is development length, by the way? No, ang kanang footing nimo imo ginang i-hook sa kilid. No, naka-hook yun na siya. Nganong i-hook man siya to make it anchored, no? To anchor your rebar para mo develop ang iyang strength. No, anything that is not anchored, dili gyud na mo develop og sakto nga strength. No, mura siyag mada, inigbira kay wala man siya naka-anchor, mabira siya. But if it's anchored well, then makapangusog siya og sakto. No, so hence you have to create the development length. Okay, so just go through with these formulas. LD required is 0.02 ABFY over square root of FC prime. So simply substitute, and then LD minimum is the bigger of 0.6 dB and 300 mm. So you have the minimum, and then LD governing is the bigger of the required and the minimum. So required versus the minimum. So the required is 877. The minimum is 621. So therefore, the governing is the bigger of the two. So 877 mm. Okay? And then you have to deduct the clear covering, which is the 75. So therefore, og i-minus nato sa 75, no, the actual dimension of the development length will be 1,825. So ang pangutana is 877 smaller than 1,825. The answer is yes. So therefore, the development length is adequate. Okay, because this entire thing here, no, let me just emphasize, this one is your development length. Kani siya. Kunya, ang dimension sa footing, because our footing is very large, so mo ni ang total area nga pwede ka makadevelop. Nya ang required niya is 877 raman. So pwede ra dag mubo, no? Pwede ra di ay nga ing ani ra kamubo ang ato ang reinforcement. Ana ra. In terms of development length. Pero awkward man kayo og diri ra siya kutob, so ato siyang ipalahos and probably hook it to the side og kuwang pagid siya. But in this case, ang required ra is 877, unya ang space nga provided as per the geometry of the footing is 825. That is 1,900 minus 75. No, so minus 75 na siya. Okay? So 1825. Next is to check for bearing strength. Now again, in your problem for your quiz, make use of the 1.6 and then 1.2 and 1.6. Now that is the new code load factors. This example, to be faithful with my old resource, which is still valid until now, para parehas make answer, I'm using the 1.4 and 1.7. Alright, so check for bearing strength. Now, ang footing, pwede sad na siya nga tungod sa kabug-at sa column, kadako siyang load, mo crush ni diri dapit, mo fail diri dapita. Meaning, the footing cannot bear the load of the column. So to prevent that, we will check for bearing strength. Okay? And then the area, we calculate the area for column, and then we calculate the area for footing. And then check square root of A2 over A1, and then the maximum value is 2. So the value here is 8.6. And then for the bearing capacity ratio, it's governed by this formula. This is just a code formula. So nahog siya og 6,247 kilonewton. So this one will be the bearing strength of your kaninga portion sa imuhang footing. And then the ultimate load is only 3,950. Yeah, versus nimo sa 6,247. So it's clearly bigger. The capacity for bearing is bigger than the load. So dividing the load by the capacity, it's only 63%. So this is adequate. Kung mula pa siya, meaning the load is bigger than the bearing capacity, then the design is a failure. Okay? So lastly, we check or we draw the figure, no, because we want to communicate it to the construction workers, ultimately to the construction workers. So how to communicate? No, we produce the plan and we draw the elements. So unsa may atong drawingon? Ang footing itself atong i-drawing, and then we also draw the rebars. So kung 19 na kabuok, drawingon ninyo ang 19 pieces. Unya, you label it na 19 pieces of 25 mm. You draw also the D. Unya, you know that the D is still at the centroid of the rebar, and you still have the clear spacing. So you now specify the total thickness of the footing. So here the thickness is 750 mm. No, kay 630 man tong D, no? 630 nya plus nimo sa clear covering plus the portion of the rebars. So it will be 750. No, in actual practice, dili na kay ta istrikto ana, no? Sobraan nimo 100, let's say 630 plus nimo 100 or 150, no, just to account for the sizes of the rebars as well as the covering. So pwede ra ka 750 or even 800 in the actual designing and drawing process of the plan. No, basta di lang siya mo lower than that. So yeah, so this is the drawing. And during the exam, you have to draw also the figure. Okay, so that's it for the discussion on the design of isolated square footing. Thank you very much. Friends?